engineer. I work for an insurance company based on Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais. Sydney, maybe next year, on January, February, I don't know. I will know Belo Horizonte because I've never been there. Uh, in my free time, I like watching movies. Before this conversation, I was watching some a movie, some videos on YouTube. I like to I play my musical instruments, and yes, I think that's it.
Nice. What instruments do you play?
French horn,
Really?
yes.
That's nice. I've always dreamed about playing some different instruments. I don't know how to say instrumento de sopro in English, but
I don't know breathing instruments. Don't know
I don't know.
breathing. I don't know.
Breath instrument. I don't know. I have to Google it. All right. Let's start, guys. Today we're going to talk about personal growth and self-discovery. So I think the title speaks for its own. Let's start with question number one. How do you define personal growth and what does it mean to you, Fernanda?
For me, it's getting better in something you are good or not good, and you want to become good at it. And it means to keep improving. I mean, if you want to get something, you need to develop something new, and you do it. For me, is a personal growth. For me, for example, I am a shy person. For me to be here talking, with a camera, for me is something that was very difficult for me when I started taking these classes, but it's something I wanted to improve. So I did something. So for me, it's kind of a personal growth because I had a goal and I did something for it. So for me, it's like this.
Nice, nice point. I think that this personal growth of being shy and then developing it, it's a very good point because we need to use communication throughout our life. And it's, even though being shy is a characteristic of a person, I think it's very good when people who are shy try not to be shy, try to communicate more. It's important. Okay, Sydney, what do you think?
Well, in my opinion, personal growth means a kind of journey each person has in his life to achieve a certain standard or level of efficiency in some area. For example, like Fernanda, I'm sorry, Fernanda said, uh, everyone has difficulties. Anybody born prepared to do anything, and because that we need to develop some skills, a lot of skills, in fact. And to develop it, we need to put a lot of effort. We need to practice it, and also suppress some obstacles to achieve a good level. And they like to be a good, like, for example, to be a good reader, we need to read a lot. We need to know the vocabulary, the language, and how to pronounce words. And yes, that's it.
Nice. Thank you, Sydney. Elias, what about you? How do you define personal growth?
Yes, I agree with Fernanda. I think everything we can improve about ourselves is a kind of personal growth. Improving English, um, improve our health by going to the gym, improve our personal finances, make some investments. I think our things that we can improve in our lives, it's a personal growth.
Nice, nice, guys. Let's go to question number two. Fernanda, can you share a specific moment or experience that marked a turning point in your personal development journey?
Yeah, for me was when I went to university, because for me it was really hard to get in because I'm doing a public university, so you need to do some exams. And when I started, it was really difficult for me because I thought that I was good at math and physics, but I was not. When I started doing the classes was really difficult. So I had to deal with failure and to not being good at something I thought I was. And I have to become more resilient to not give up the course. So for me, it was really hard. It is hard to deal with. So, but it helped me to become more resilient. For me, I deal with failure in a different way right now.
Nice, excellent example. I've been through the same when I did environmental engineering course. I also went to a public university and I had the same problem. I was very good at math in the high school, but in calculo and physics, oh my God, it was a disaster. All right, Sydney, what about you? Tell us a specific moment that was like a turning point for your personal development.
Yeah. Well, I remember when I completed 16 years old, I started to looking for a job or opportunity in the job market, and I start I start also to, it's a kind of thing that only me have to do the things to find a job, to make contact or with some companies and send some curriculum. And I also start to take a bus, I think, by myself, and start to know really some part of my city, and and I start to think the career I will follow, some course I will I will make when I finish my what can I say, my college, in college, yeah. So yeah, that's it. When I complete 6 years old, 16 years old.
Nice. What do you think about uh not driving but riding a bus in your city? It was hard? Did you need to go to places that were very far from each other by bus? How much time did you spend inside a bus?
It's depends the local. I remember my first job was far away from my home, in about 1 hour and 30 minutes
Oh my
by
God.
bus. Yes. So I, because that job, I I know a lot about my city. I was in Portuguese, it was office boy. I don't know
Oh,
the English. Yeah,
but
and
you couldn't
the
go with your motorcycle?
and not it's a office boy, but not to take, not to ride a motor,
Ah, okay.
like by foot. So it's a job that I had the opportunity to know a lot about to know a lot, many locals in my city, and how to deal with some people, how to deal, yeah, how to work, how to, yeah, I learned a lot with that job.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Sydney. Elias, what about you?
Yes, for me, was when I English in college too, because in my family, I'm the first in to English in the college, and I work and study in another city. I had to move it to by bus to another city. One later, I become an intern in a company from my teacher, and I lived for a year in a neighbor city. That's where I study and work. And I think this is a great experience for me because I live alone. I have to do all the chores in my home. Uh, um, Live not so far, but a little far of my family. And I think it was I can say there is a Elias before the college and after the college.
Nice. I can say that too. How old were you when you did that internship in another city?
It was in 2008. It 20, I was 22.
22.
Uh, yes.
Nice. And what's chores of your house that you hated the most doing? Like washing the dishes, taking out the trash.
Taking out the trash is very easy. I think the clean the house with the I forget the names. Uh,
Broom.
wash yeah, cause wash the dishes. I don't know. It's easy unless the ones when the pots are very burned.
Yes. Yes, I agree with you. Nice. Thank you, Elias. Guys, question number 3. What strategies or practices do you use to promote self-discovery and personal reflection in your life? Fernanda.
I don't think I use a method or do something, but I like to read books about self-development and watching videos on YouTube. Right now, I'm reading this book called How to Make Friends and Influence People. That's about how to deal with people, how to treat them, how to speak, and I'm reading and try to apply it on my day to day. But I don't have a specific strategy. I don't know. I just read something and I try to apply.
Nice. I love this book so much. I've read it 2 times and I am going to the 3rd time because for me it was a game changer to know how people think because I didn't realize that people think like that. It's a great
And there
great
are
book.
so simple things they explain that it's so easy to do, like remember someone's name and to call
Yes.
their name. It's so simple, but it changes a lot for the
Yes.
person who's hearing. It's insane.
Exactly. Nice. Sydney, what about you?
Well, like Fernanda mentioned, I don't know. I don't have a specific strategy or practice. I think when I want to self-discover or promote some skills, I start to find some videos on YouTube on the internet and find some specialists to help me in in that knowledge. I start to read some book articles, materials like that, and also I ask the people their opinions about that subject and how they think about that things, and Yes, I think that's it.
Nice. Any good books that you've read recently and you want to share the title with us? Or movie or knowledge?
Unfortunately, I don't remember now.
That's okay. I
Sorry.
caught you desprevenido. Elias, what about you?
Yes, I don't have a strict plan or either. I just try to think about what I want and what I have to do. But for example, I have a flat. Now my flat is all paid off. Then I save money, get my uh, my incoming, my FGTS. Then I paid off my flat in this way. Uh, when I was in college, I have to pay to I rent a small I rent a small flat too. So I had to pay the my bills, but I don't have a strict plan. I think about it. Like Sydney, I ask for some friends, some advice, but I I don't have a strict plan, a strict. I don't read specific books. I don't know. I think uh, most of people don't think about it.
I
I
I think
I really
we think about it, but we don't usually write in a paper. We just keep
yes,
questioning
yes,
ourselves. How can I
yes,
improve this,
yes.
Nice. Have you guys ever set personal goals for self-improvement? If so, how did you work towards achieving them, Fernanda?
Yeah, for me, it was what I said before. I'm trying to be less shy. So I'm trying speaking. And this year I started an internship, and for me it was very difficult this part because I didn't talk that much. I felt that I didn't express how much I could. And next year I'm starting another internship. So for me it's an opportunity to become more open because right now I know how to, because sometimes I was afraid of what to say in the workplace because it's a new environment. I didn't know how much I could share of my life. So right now I have an idea, so I'm trying to improve that.
Nice. Yes, you don't know what to say and how to say things in the work environment until you in the work environment and trying everything, right? So
Yeah.
first you have to try, and it's normal to don't know everything. You don't need to have all the answers. Um, let me see. Sydney, what about you? Any personal goals that you set lately?
Yes. A year ago, I bought some equipment to work out,
Nice.
and yes, but I think I did it only 1 month, and I stopped to do it because I didn't I don't have time. But currently, my job, I will I resign the I will resign the management of the financial department. I will work only in accounting department in the next year. So I think the next year I will have time to work out, and I have I have joking. I have a joke with my wife that my dream is to be a bodybuilding. I want to have muscular body and the participant in some contest. That so it's a kind of dream, but I know that it's a joking as well because that people they used to training some decades. I think a decade, 10 years in a row to achieve a good level. And but I like to work out. I like that kind of exercise.
Nice. Maybe if they don't train for 10 years, they train a lot for like a year and a half. So it's a very strict routine, you know? They are
Yes,
athletes, in my opinion. They train
yes,
like
athletes.
athletes, right?
Yes, and yeah, some of them stay at the gym for 6 hours per day. It's a kind of work
Yes,
to
exactly.
them.
Yes. But I have the same goal as you. I want to improve my body. I wanted to lose weight because I gained a lot of weight in the pandemic. So I put post-it in my wall over here with my 3 goals of this year. I want to lose like 5 kilos, play
Yeah,
2 musics in the piano because I stopped playing
yeah.
for a long time. And I want to read 5 books throughout the year because I stopped reading. And this year, the only
Yeah.
goal that I am so proud of is reading books because I needed to read 5 and I read 12. So I'm very proud of myself.
Oh, good. You
Nice.
succeed your
Yes, at least one because the other
skills.
ones no.
Good.
Elias, what about you? Any personal
Yeah,
goals?
uh, I think I have some personal goals about improve my English. I'm working that. I'm here. I can talk. Uh, a personal goal that I've reached is about pay off my flats. Buy a car. I bought a car. I bought my car this year. Um, uh, to pay off my flat and buy my car, I don't want to take a loan, a car loan or a home loan. Yes, I take, but I don't want to take a car loan. Then I save money, and when I finish finish pay off my flat, I bought my car without a loan. I'm very proud about me for this.
I'm proud about you too. My dream is to buy a car, a Vista. I don't know how to say that in English.
Yeah, me
Nice.
neither.
That's good that you have a flat and a car. Good for you, man.
Yes,
Those are, I know that are material things, but I give value about material things because it's an achievement for us, right? We work for
yes,
that to have those kind of things. All right, let's go to question number 5. Are there any books, podcasts, or other resources that have had a significant impact in your personal growth? I'll start. I have a book to indicate. I like a book called Comunicação Não Violenta. I think it's a very good book if you want to communicate better with everyone in the work environment, with your family. It helped me a lot in a lot of crises with my family because I went from communicating in this level to this level, and everybody were here, and I was trying to help them come to my level. You know, I indicate that book. I don't know how to say indicar. I think it's that word. Fernanda, what about you? Besides Como Fazer Amigos e Influenciar Pessoas, what other books or podcasts?
Another book that changed the way I see many things was forgot the name in English. Let me think. The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. It's a book about money, but it's not how to win money. It's how you see the money. You discover how your model of money are and how the things of your family influence the way you think about it. So the book explains that to achieve something, you need first have everything starts in your mind. So before to achieve something, you need to think about it, you feel the things, and that these feelings become the actions, and the actions become your results. So it has our philosophy that everything material that we want and we we think we need, first is a thought, is an idea. So if you want to change how you deal with material things, you need to change how you see things. So the book is all about it, and it changed my view about many things.
Nice. I love that book too. It's a mandatory book for people who wants to be rich, I think.
Yeah, I think
To earn
it's about
money and
mentality.
what?
It's more about mentality. Yeah.
Yes, and because Brazilians, I think we have a bad mentality about money. We think that being rich is bad, being poor is good, and when I change that, I don't know, I open my mind, you know?
Yeah, yeah. We don't have this idea also to save money and to see money as a kind of freedom. We see like a
Yes,
way to get material things, and it's not just that.
exactly, exactly. Nice, Fernanda, thank you. Sydney, what about you? Anything that help you, a book, a podcast? All right, let's go to Elias. Sydney can catch up later.
Okay, I remember now that a book. I'm not sure about the title in English, but Cinco Linguagens do Amor. This book is about relationship, but it's not about get married, but it's about how people if how people feel or how to understand people. Because all of us has a language that we identify ourselves. For example, some people has language of um, how can I say in English? Positive words. Some people, the language of love of some people are, I, I forget it in Portuguese, but it's like some services that you can do some service, be useful for these people. Um, I forget the another three, but uh, but it's very cool this book because sometimes we think okay, if I want to me I want for everyone, but the psychologists say that the relationship work better if you want the people in the way that they want to, not in the way that you to. You then it's very this book is very in my opinion is very useful. It's very for life. It's not about only relationship, but for work too. Relationships in general, co-workers, spouse,
Nice.
family.
Yes, because everybody receives, I think, love, but everybody receives information differently, right?
Yes,
So maybe your boss likes to be compliment, but your coworker doesn't like to be compliment. She likes to be help. You know, she
yes,
likes when you help her.
yes,
So it's a great idea. And did you like the book? Did it help you with your wife?
yes. It's helped me in general understand to be more uh, empathic with people.
Nice, nice. All right, Sydney, we are in question 5. Are there any books, podcasts, or other resources that have a significant impact in your personal growth?
Yes. Well, I read a lot of books. I lost the number, but I think some books, when we read it keep it the part of us, and we absorb it through our life, and we we forgot forget the story of it, but we change our behavior. And but well, I remember I read a book called Robinson Crusoe. It's a story of the man who stay in a island. His navy his ship crashed in an island, and he stayed there for 50 years, I think so. Yeah, and he discovered how many things he need to do in himself alone, and it's a story that the people learn that the real significant, the real purpose of the life, I think so. And they also, well, because we live in a capitalism system, and the people run after the money every day, but there are many things, many beautiful things in your life that we need to give a value, a real value of it. So that book shows that kind of life, that kind of the part of the life that we need to, yes, to make a value.
Nice tip. I'm gonna search for this book. I am curious. All right, let's go to question number 6. How do you handle challenges or setbacks in a way that contributes to your personal development? Fernanda.
This is a difficult question because I don't know how I deal with it, with challenges. I just deal with it. I don't know because if I have something that is difficult for me, I just remember what are my goals, what I want with my life. If it makes sense for me, I just go for it. I don't have a formula or something that I do. I just keep going. Maybe I don't know. I really don't know how to answer this. No, I just do.
It's a hard question, I think.
Yeah.
Because we can talk about challenges, in work, in college, but we can also talk about things that happens to us that we don't like it, that we are frustrated about it. For example, someone hit my car and I have to call the insurance and I have to go through all of this trouble to fix my car. So for me, this is also a challenging moment, but I deal with emotion. So my challenge is to try not to put all of my emotion and keep my reason, more
Yeah.
loudly in that situations.
And yeah. I am kind of person that represses the feeling. So even if I want to scream with the person, I just be quiet and calm, just speaking like that. I just don't
Really?
show them much. But I suffer more in silence.
Oh, got it. So when you are frustrated about something, for example, someone told you something that you didn't like, someone call you a lazy person, for example. You don't go to the person and say, "Hey, I'm not lazy." You just
No,
suffer quietly.
I just stay quiet, and after when I'm alone, I cry. I just think about it, and I just move on and try to forget about it.
I understand you. I also do that. Thank you, Fernanda. Sydney, what about you?
Well, it's I think even the worst things we have opportunity to develop our knowledge, I think, or to develop ourselves. I think, in my opinion, I try to stay calm. I try to find a solution, a better solution in some problems, and what else? Mm, I think everyone has problems. Problems can happen in any moment, and when we find a way to a better behavior to deal with it, and like I think you said, not put a lot of emotion in it, to be more reasonable. I think reasonable, and I think that that a good thing to do in that moment in some events.
Nice. Do you consider that you deal well with frustrations with this kind of events?
Yes, I think so. I had a lot of bad moments in my life, and I needed to deal with it. I needed to find a way to deal with it, because I think some problems, every person have their own way to deal with it, and that can contribute us in our self development. And yeah, I think when the people find to stay calm in that moment, I think they are in a they are after many people. For example, in the job market, in a company, in some local, when the people are competing for some position, or in an exam, or in something like that.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Sydney. Elias, what about you? How do you handle challenges and frustrations?
Ah, depends on the kind of the challenge, the kind of frustration. Because there is a difference. I don't know if in English it has a word for this, but um, desafiante e desafiador. Desafiante is like when you have to get out of your comfort zone, your comfort line. But desafiador is like amedrontador. If the challenge is very unreal, I don't care. For example, in my job, if the goal is very unreal, it's very unrealistic, I don't care so much. I don't get frustrated about it. But if it's realistic, I don't achieve that goal. Okay, I will think about what I should have. I should have did. What I forget. What what was wrong. But I try to. I think I do well with my frustrations.
Nice. I've never thought of challenging desafiador e desafiante in that way. It was a good explanation of that. All right, guys, let's go to question number 8, because 7, I think, is more of everything we already talked about. 8, do you believe in the importance of mindfulness or meditation for personal well-being? Why or why not? Fernanda.
I think it is important to do something that it has to do with these aspects of your life. I heard about it. We need to take care of our physical, of our mental, and our soul. So I think this mindfulness and meditation is kind of related to your soul and how you deal with it. So I think it's important. Um, but I never did something like that, mindfulness or meditation. But I am a religious person, so I use that to take care of my soul. But I do believe it is good for other people that doesn't have a faith or something, or even someone who has. But I never tried. But I'm curious about it. I would. I think it's helpful.
Nice, nice. I've tried. It's very hard, actually.
I imagine it. Say,
Yes, I
people say
thought it
that
was easy.
yeah, people say you need to not think about anything, and
Yes,
how people can do it. I always thinking about something.
exactly. And it was good at the time when I did it. I did meditation and also yoga. And I like it, but I stopped because nowadays I am feeling with more energy, so I prefer going to the gym instead of doing yoga. I think it depends on the person, it depends of the moment that you are going through life. But anyways, it's good to try. It's good to
Yeah,
see if that works for you.
yeah.
What else, guys? What about you, Sydney?
Well, I agree with you. It's very important. It's very important, the importance of it, and it's also very hard to do it. I spoke to a trainer I think some months ago. He uh, he trained some people how to do a meditation. He had a channel on YouTube, and he told me that there are some benefits of it. He told me that when he starts that exercise, he he stay more calm, more relaxed, and if some problem happens, he he find a solution fast, and he also start to see the life in a different way, start to enjoy the nature. He do his meditation on in the nature in some part of his city that there are a lot of trees, birds, and things that help him to to do it. Yeah, but like you said, it's very hard to think nothing doing it. I think our brain, our mind is a kind of busy world. It's a kind of another world. It's a lot of things, a lot of thoughts, and but I think a good exercise, a good thing to do.
Nice. Thank you, Sydney. Elias, what about you?
Uh, I'm religious too. I'm Christian. Then I've never tried to meditate, but I always pray. I think the importance of the pray, because I think God is not like a old man in the sky. It's a person that he wants to have a relationship with us. I think it's very important to pray to have a good day, a good life, to have focus. Yes, I think the is important.
Nice. Have you ever tried meditation? No,
No,
right?
never. I've never.
Are you curious about it or you don't really care?
I don't. Yes, I'm a little curious, like you said, and Fernando. I think it's very hard to try to think about nothing. I don't know why it's possible, but I don't know. It's like you get a anesthesia in your brain. Okay, I don't think nothing. I don't feel nothing. I don't know, but I don't know. I prefer to play.
Nice. Everyone has its methods, right? I think
Yes.
praying can be a good way of connecting to other thing greater than the world, greater than material things, greater than your
Yes.
life. I also pray. All right, let's go to our last question before I bring everybody back. So this one has to be fast because we have like 2 minutes. Let's go to question number, let me see, 11. Do you think that travel can be a catalyst for personal growth? Fernanda, tell us about some trip that you made that changed who you are, or maybe change the way you think about stuff. Do you have an example?
I don't think I had a trip that changed my life. It was just fun. But I think it would be something different if you try to travel alone. A lot of people
Nice.
say that if you travel alone, you discover many things about yourself. So it's something I want to do someday. Because for now, I just travel with my family. So I think it's nice, it's fun, but I don't think I learned something about it. I don't know, maybe the places I went were more like the beach. So I don't know.
Nice. And you have like a place in mind that you want to visit alone?
I would visit Paris. It would be so
Nice.
it's my dream.
Nice. Thank you, Fernanda. Sydney, what about you? Do you think that travel can be helpful to personal growth?
Well, I have a specific experience about walking alone. When I walking alone, I think uh, a lot of things in my life. I have that time to find some solution for some problems, to think about my life, to think about my journey in some specific areas. And for me, it's a good exercise. And I heard a lot of people who think the same like me about the exercise. And I think, like Fernanda said, travel alone is a good thing also to the people discover themselves.
Nice. Good point, Sydney. Good example. Thank you. Elias, what about you?
Yeah, I think it can happen or not. Depends on the person. I don't have any experience, but if you travel or you know people from another culture, you think clearly about the people in another place are different from you. I think it's a kind of personal growth.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Elias. Hi, guys. Welcome back. Did you get to answer all of the questions in the other room? Everything went okay? Yes? No?
Yes,
Thank you.
was good.
How, I'm sorry, I want to ask, forgot how to ask that in English. Em qual questão vocês pararam?
Question number 90.
Nice. Thank you, Elton. All right, guys. I sent you guys this survey link. You know what to do with that. So if you have opinions, suggestions, be my guest, all right? And that's it. I hope you guys have a nice week. Oh, and Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year's, because we are in that time where we give, how can I say that? Nós desejamos Merry Christmas to everybody. So Merry Christmas, have nice parties with your family. I hope you guys grow up a lot this week. improve your personal growth. All right, guys. Thank you for being with me today, and bye-bye.
Thank you.
Sir,
Bye
you
bye.
can
See
stay
you.
a minute before I stop
Yes,
the
of
live.
course.
If you can. I have a question for you.
Of course. Do you want me to stop the live YouTube?